strap in. This will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They'll go option to the short side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
The Browns at 3-1 here through their first 4 games.
And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put it into their modest 3-game win streak.
And quite frankly, there wasn't a whole lot to draw on in the loss last week because they were dominating every phase of the game. You've got to hope that they show a little more life in this one because they certainly didn't have it in their last outing.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
Running for it, here's Chubb. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Nick Chubb stops short. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Now here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Throwing on 2nd down, Herbert. His throw incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
Gonna throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Past the 20. Flop, touchdown, Chargers.
Mike Williams,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Browns' drive about to get started. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense and more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third and long, it's Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And they'll be set up with great field position as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Josh Palmer,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0.
Chargers 14, Browns 9. Justin Hopkins to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Watson off play action. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Off the edge and right to the ball that time was Kyle Van Noy.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Faking the give. Now Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And that one complete downfield to Allen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Eckler now between the tackles. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Now a first carry for their fullback.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Herbert on third down now. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Chargers 21, Browns nothing. Dustin Hopkins, the kickoff for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's 2nd and a yard. They run right side with Hunt. And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Denzel Ward.
So that potentially an important takeaway here in the second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They started on the ground with Eckler, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Herbert now.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Slot man moves right. Herbert. Williams brings it in. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown LA.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Brings up 2nd and
8. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Up the middle with Eckler. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Herbert operating from the red zone. They'll roll him out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Eckler, and he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Touchdown! Keenan Allen from 8 yards out.
And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They run for it with Hunt. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he's got some space here. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
1st and goal past the 5-yard line.
Once more, here's Eckler. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2nd down and goal. Herbert, he'll get this out wide to Eckler. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Jadeveon Clowney drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Hopkins' kick is good.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Browns. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Finding room at midfield.
It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Herbert on 1st down now. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Chargers.
Mike Williams.
45 yards.
And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Justin Hopkins, the kickoff for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep them in? Green light, let them go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
but he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I have.
Now a throw here to his running back. Touchdown!
Austin Eckler.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Chargers are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Hopkins with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Justin Hopkins, the kickoff for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point, where we're at in the 4th quarter, how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Eckler, they run left side.
Greedy Williams on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. One last throw here for Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort